on, vote for me. I've said nothing. I've been accused and have said nothing. Ah! I'm innocent. Yeah. The jailer is just going to kill me. This is it. I can't get around it now because I've... You can. The medium can talk to you. How have I not been arrested again? Yeah, that's fine. If you're dead, I don't... Yeah, the game's over as long as you don't give any spoilers at this point. Say if you were a member of the Mafia and you knew what the other members are and I'm still playing, I don't want to know. Though, it has to be said, my role has no impact on that whatsoever. Don't worry about unmute. Don't worry about that. If you're dead, unmute anyway. Just don't reveal any information that I wouldn't know based on my current role. Not that you can see what my current role is, but yeah, it's a bad role. I'm playing it abysmally as well. I'm probably going to die here anyway. I can't even rely on Godfather control. This town belongs to the seas. Oh, darn it. The town won, unfortunately. Darn it. Did he commit suicide? He must have done. Oh, the jailer got him. Darn it, they just ignored me. But I didn't die, so no cookies were earned. I was, of course, the jester. Okay. I don't mind Jester, but it's very, very odd. And yeah, Execution is even worse, actually. In many ways, it's worse. At least you got something to do when your target eventually dies, but... Same here. It's not an easy thing to do. I mean, in theory, if you know there's two Jesters, you can sort of tag team, but... It's very awkward. It's very awkward, because any of the investigative roles... I didn't die. No cookies for you. I didn't die. I was alive at the end. Okay, so we have 6 friends online at the moment. We have Tuesday online for whatever reason. I don't mind a Tuesday. So just give it a couple of moments and see if anybody else turns up. But other than that, I think we're just going to go into the next one. Yay! Coinage! That'll be for winning, of course. Which means you can buy things like a dark horse. In fact, actually, there's one thing I'm going to do quickly. Just... Actually, no, I quite like being burned at the stake. Burned at the stake is definitely my thing. Don't judge. Okay. Let's get another game going, shall we? Play. I'm gonna say custom, and we'll see what we come up with. Invite. Apparently there's only 4 available players. Oh, that's because I haven't hold on. Give me a moment while I just reload the whole thing again. Not with 70 coins. Nah, true enough, but you'll get there. Alright, play. Custom. Create party. Invite. And there we go, that's better than what we were having. Okay, all 7 of you are invited. Oh. Ah. Various people have to be re-invited. Tuesday and Thinking Man. Just waiting on you guys. Okay, Little Debbie and Tuesday, whoever Tuesday is. Tuesday's denied, so okay, we'll ignore Tuesday. Whoever Tuesday is doesn't want to play with us. Little Debbie. And I think we're low enough that we might just... Yeah, we're starting in somebody else's, but they're really not picking, so... I'll give them half a chance here, but they're being a bit slow with this. They're also picking horribly random things. That really does not... It's not a good... This is not a good one. There's not even a guaranteed Godfather in this one. We'll go to one of our old standbys. Ah, more cats! Darn you for the loads and loads of cats. Doom Guy's found his love. I don't know, investigate things. As long as you're sure. Alright, so we're investigator, and that gives us some random clues about things. We are first of all going to investigate... Well, investigate the president, because why not? And to be fair, there are so many things he could be that are going to annoy me here. In fact, there's not that many killing roles, as it turns out, really. There's not even another serial killer, so it's basically... one death a night, except when the werewolf comes up, which means there could be two. Disguiser or Jester? Well, just Meath was killed by the Mafia. We all knew that was coming. Disguiser. Well, there could be two disguisers, but that actually suggests that they actually went for Barack Obama and that's been swapped over. Oh my. So this night there could be two deaths because Werewolf and Mafia are now active, but there's only two of those left. But where's it? I think that Mr. Barack over there is probably a jester. He could have been the disguiser. He could have been, but we'll see. At this stage, there's no point in random lynching. We're already up one anyway, so. No, you didn't miss a Captain Joe. Welcome aboard. My notifications are as prompt as ever, I see, though. I've been streaming for about 2 hours now, nearly. And full moon off night. Hey up. Invest. And there could be two. Two, but it's unlikely. Just leave that on the notes so I know. But yeah. So Angry Cat was bodyguarded. And a mean steak. There's going to be some bodies. Why does no one knock? Mafioso. Okay, good kill for the vet. And no werewolf kill, I think. That's a little more proof for what I was saying earlier. I mean, I could reveal, but you know. I'm with the Jester. Go for it. Barak is Jester now. But I can reveal that at any time. Kill Veteran on night 2. Control a witch nights 1 and 2 and kill by Veteran. So at the very least the witch hasn't found a killing roll, which kind of does work. But the jailer will back me up on him being a Jester. The problem is I now have to keep him alive. No, nothing happened. I'm gonna investigate for no reason at all. Doom Girl. And we'll see what happens. By Grabfar's hammer, you shall be avenged, sir. And I'm sorry that took me so long to actually register. I severely apologise. Survivor, witch, or werewolf? So, Doom Girl is witch or werewolf. So that could be game over, actually, when I've done this. Of course not. Jailer can back me up. I did get that. Hooray! No. Sorry, I found things out. What is your defense? Also, sorry, little Debbie. There's no one left to kill. There's no one left by the witch. The town's werewolf. There were some innocent votes for some bizarre reason, but huzzah. So only the witch remains at this point, who can't kill anybody, so I think we win that. Unless we still have to go and try and lynch the witch, which I don't actually know if we do. Just saying. Sorry. That was a random bit of luck. I knew that was you when I investigated you. And we still have to find the witch. And the amnesiac could still become... Oh, God. There's an amnesiac who could still do things at this stage. Alright. Doom. But you didn't leave any cancy notes for things to die. Oh well, you had your chance for a cookie though. It would have been all yours. Oh, I found the other one. Doom is witch. So there was a no vigilante, but I suppose that was a jester, so that kind of actually. Dead, but still delicious. Yes, you are. Whoever you are. Well, the world's... You did. But witches must burn. Burn the witch! Oh, I thought that was you. In which case I have no idea who that was. But anyway, burn the witch! Please have the burning animation on as well. That would just make my day if we finally get to burn a witch. Oh, don't abstain. It's a witch. I've got this. There is an amnesiac. Meh. Loner, it was one of those free rolls. Actually, the amnesiac could still come back as a evil roll at this stage. In fact, the amnesiac I don't think wins under any other situation at this point. Yay! Doom was the witch, and the amnesiac was nobody. Huzzah! That went really well. Alright, no worries. We'll give it a couple of moments anyway before we do this. And I've got to cut myself back out and back in again because of the way this works. Town of Salem. Yeah, we are doing really well, but I'm not dying, so nobody's earning any cookies. And that was probably the luckiest investigative game I've ever played. You did amazingly well as the bodyguard, sir. I don't know what you did, but you did it amazingly well. You were the only townie to die, as it probably should be, arguably. Ah, so you had that one bullet, and you misfired. You would have actually died, I think, had it gone to another night, because you killed the wrong person. You were racked with guilt, but at least we got all the villains sorted out from there. All right, no worries. Well, we'll give it a couple of minutes and just wait on things to happen. So. Oh, new follower on Twitch. Huzzah. Yeah, normally when I'm investigating, I find nothing out at all, and you know, I get all the really confusing roles. In this case, I found the loners, and the only two loner classes were witch and witch and werewolf. They're the only two loner classes that existed because there were no survivors. I was protecting against the werewolf. Nice. Right, I'm just going to pause the stream for a little bit and I'm going to go and get myself a drink, so I'll be back in 2 moments. Hijacking my stream, Captain Joe and Dylan's. I see you planning. We don't like it. We don't like your planning at all, sir. No, we're not done streaming. I just want to go and get a drink. I'm probably not going to be streaming for too much longer, though. It's now 2 hours, but we'll keep going for a little bit. So, let us move on then, shall we? Another game. We shall go custom again. And we shall make with the invites. We have 6. Oh, and the captain's now arrived. Hello, the captain. Definitely do. I still owe people various bits and pieces. Well, I am a little bit of a lightweight. I haven't tried to get drunk in a long time, actually, so, you know. A couple of drinks is about all I drink. That's not my limit, but that's as much as I tend to want to drink. I'm not a heavy drinker. I've been a heavy drinker. I've had some bad times when I was 18, 19, and I don't like it, so... Yeah, well. Anyway, just waiting on the captain and little Debbie. Plus anybody else who's possibly around. So we'll be playing another custom game. And we might have the ability to make controls on this one. But we shall see. Just waiting on you, Debbie. Evil plans. Quite so. I mean, I like a drink every now and then, but you know, it's stumbling home and having long moments of stumbling home. I could get home at least, but still. Not my idea of fun anymore. Okay. So let's have a bodyguard. Let's have a doctor. Let's have an escort. Let's have a sheriff, an investigator, a jailer, a veteran. Let's have a godfather, a mafioso, and serial killer, an amnesiac, and an arsonist. Let's have a random town, a random mafia, and a random neutral. Because I want to burn things this mission. Okay. And things. Why do we invite Ouija into this? Why would we invite a Ouija into this? And apparently we have a lot of famous YouTubers on this one. Huzzah! I've now done a cooperative let's play with Muckler and PewDiePie. And I am this role. I like this role. Darn if I don't always waste those self-heals. Nobody seems interested. Who I am. Alright, well, given absolutely everything from this, I'm actually going to go and go for the... I'm going to protect the unstomped Goomba because, you know, Goomba. I know, it's been doing that. For the first hour, there was only me and Dylan's here, and only because I dragged Dylan into it. This might be very, very short, but I'm not going to use my self-heal. I'm going to keep healing the Goomba, because Goombas should not be smashed. Oh, not Trainer Red. I liked Trainer Red. He was killed by a veteran. Yeah, that's kind of the other reason I do sort of do it on Steam, if only because, you know, most likely everybody else will as well. I'm only going to be streaming for about another hour or so, if that. Anyway, we've had a good start here. Luigi's Mafia. He probably isn't. Trainer Red told me we're on Skype. I'm voting as Vine. Random Lynch is fun sometimes, but you know. Honestly, I would just throw him up. Oh, we just got him. He could be the bodyguard. In which case he's got... And if they are on Skype, might as well kill them anyway. In which case he's cheating and get rid of him anyway. 5-2. Meh. Skype or not. Bye-bye. If he was the jester... Actually, there is no jester. There could be a jester, but I doubt he is. Could not find a last will. Meh. Either way, not a fan of people using that deliberately and just, you know... Oh, you were Mark... Oh, I thought you were somebody famous, Tofu Boy. I thought you were somebody famous. Oh well, we're still going to save the unstomped Goomba because, you know... Goomba! Goomba must live. This is the only way I play a Doctor, by the way. I just try and save one person for the entirety of the game. And I know this all too well. Every time I do this, I'm deliberately saving the Godfather or the serial killer who don't need it. Lots of death. Incinerated by the arsonist. Doused. Well, I know of you, sir, and that makes you famous in my book. I had somebody on right at the very start of this who wanted to give me 100 subs because he had 12,000 of them, and apparently, you know what? I buy subs, apparently. But no, sir, you are definitely famous. If only from earning an infinite number of cookies from here, probably, most likely. Committed suicide and stabbed by serial killer. Nothing to do, nothing to do. Hooray! Roll blocked and dead. At this point, we probably should, yeah. Nah, might as well just throw him up there anyway. Hang him! Because why not? As long as he keeps the unstomped Goomba alive and unstomped, I support this role. And besides, might as well lynch him at this stage. I'm the duck. Well, so much for that. I'm going to have to use a self-heal here. There are still 2 of them out there, and an arsonist who wouldn't necessarily behave, so that's 3. Random neutral could be anything, so 4. Actually, no, the amnesiac is out, so yeah, random neutral's 4. Sure, there might not be enough to play ball anymore. I self-healed. And Luigi died. Good to know. Okay, bodyguard. And Luigi says, killed by a veteran. So I'm probably the next round. Nope. That probably means the unsummoned Goomba is the serial killer, but you know. Really, I am out at this point, unless someone's going to be... Because really, this isn't really going to help. Bodyguard is dead, but you know. Now I said I was going to save Goomba, but I'm actually going to switch. Yeah, I feel bad about this. The Goomba's going to be stomped and it's going to be all my fault. Darn it! Yay! I was killed because I tried to save his life. God darn it! This is why I should have stayed protecting the darn Goomba. They do bleed the best. Drunken Jimmy? Hmm? What note? I missed the note, sorry. Yeah, I kind of wrecked myself there. I've got 2 bodyguards dead. Hang! Yes, I'm dead. And all because I decided not to save the Goomba. Unstorm's Goomba is immune. Of course he's immune. I was protecting him for 3 rounds. Actually, they can't be. The amnesiac's already dead. There could be there wasn't a second amnesiac notification. Yeah, I've been protecting the serial killer all game because you know that's just the way it works. I always go all out to protect the serial killer. Of course I do. It's all I do. Every time I'm a doctor, I pick one person, continually save them, and they are either the Godfather or the serial killer. 9 times out of 10. Of course, people say they're immune. And in fact, actually, I don't think it is necessarily him. Because if it is the Goomba's immune because I was protecting him. This is going to go against them. Serial Killer's going to win this one, I think. Hang them all! I did. It was quite fun. It's what generally speaking, that's the way I play a doctor. I pick one person. Yeah, okay. I'm just saying that does count for immunity if I keep healing them. It's one of the sort of odd, confusing little interactions where, yes, if you attack somebody who doesn't die, it might be because he was healed. But maybe not in this case, admittingly. Either way, it's looking like a serial killer game. Except that the serial killer didn't get a kill this time, so I imagine the escort's still alive, isn't... Oh no, the escort's dead. Well... Somebody's got to be voted up at this point. The serial killer really should have gone for a stab, though. Probably on Tom Fawkes, unless Tom Fawkes is the serial killer. This game's only been out about a year, Dylan. But yes. I don't think the bodyguard's still in this game, actually. Unless I missed an amnesiac activation somewhere. Yeah, I don't think... No, the amnesiac's not been activated, so the amnesiac is dead. There isn't a second one. If you check the logs, there isn't. 2 and 2. Somebody's going to have to switch. Or somebody's going to have to start killing people. Well, if 3 nights pass in succession with no deaths, then it does become a draw. Actually, there's still an arsonist around. This is actually... The arsonist should be winning at this point. In fact, how has the arsonist not won already? Is a good question. The arsonist is immune to being killed at night, so the serial killer might have hit the arsonist, actually. That's possible. But all 3 death and arsonist win? It's got to be happening soon. Okay, Federic's dead. Oh, he did, didn't he? Oh no, he wasn't incinerated by arsonist, so he's been activated again. So it's arsonist, serial killer, and random townie, possibly? No, there's the veteran there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's all the townies out, so it's random. 1 left here. Serial killer, arsonist, and random neutral, I think, is what's left. So... all of these 3 are evil, but it's which evilness is going to win. One of these 3 evildoers will win the coveted prize of being the only one left in the village. That's random neutral, something odd like a survivalist or something. But we'll see. All of you. And the defense is... Just that. Guilty. And the winner is likely to be... It might already be one, actually, depending on what the other neutral is, but... I didn't spot the other amnesiac, but there we go. Arsonist wins, because Arsonist trumps serial killer. Okay. Bear with 2 moments, guys. Just going to start up another one. I think it's going to be my last one at this point, as I'm flagging a little bit, so I have one more game. Any suggestions for this game? Well done, Captain Joe. All those bodyguards made the Godfather's job fairly difficult, I imagine. I was an amnesiac and remembered I was a bodyguard. Oh, well done. I've yet to be an amnesiac. At some stage I really should be. But I'm sure it'll happen eventually. Okay, back in the game. Alright, let's hope you can stay out for this one. Alright, no worries, Debbie. We'll see you another time then. So, one more custom game then. Yeah, thank you as well. I'm going to create a party. I'm definitely the forgetful type, sir. And don't forget it, I'm definitely the forgetful type. Okay, I'm just waiting for thinking 42. Well, the finale of this one, there'll be another one, I'm sure. I do like this game. Dillons, you're not apparently here. Oh no, you are here. Duh. Of course you are. Last chance for cookies. There we go. Alright. Starting. We're not the host of this one, but he's not actually picked any roles yet. So, we do the old repick. Oh. Let's wait 10 seconds to repick? Since when was that a thing? Since somebody is being really slow about this. If you're reading every single roll, this is going to take forever. I don't mind bodyguards. Bodyguards are useful. If then just play classic. I've repicked. Oh, Thinking Man has apparently left the game. Ah, for Mafia. Only one person to do that. You have 6. This, by the way, is not a good game. I mean, I've seen Town wins with 6, but they have to be really good here. I'm not the host, am I? No, it's been changed. Repick. No, seriously, we don't want this one. Oh, it's better. It's not a good setup. Ah! Punch! Punch, punch. Young man Tom. I'm not going to say punch. I'm not going to say punch. I've got to not say punch. It's too obvious. Must not shout punch. Ah! I want to punch you to death. But ducks die first. Oh, for God's sake. I should really put things up, actually, because I'm not immune to death. The other side of it is we don't have a godfather on this one. In fact, actually, this is very biased against the Mafia. All I know is that as he's immune, he's either the arsonist or the executioner, really. I might as well vote against Quack. Because why not? Everybody else is. Thank you, nearly death. Oh, also there's a black... I didn't notice that, but I hate the blackmailer. I'll be honest. This is not saying I am blackmailed, but you should do endlessly, really. But that's something I should have on standby. This is a standby thing. There is a jester and there's an executioner, but you know what? That'll do there. 6-0. Yeah, it's an odd thing here with the attribute system, because in theory I should be the Godfather, but I'm not. Because there is no Godfather. If the Godfather dies, I become the Godfather, but there is no Godfather. The only people I can actually win with here are the survivors and the witches, who we don't have. No, executioner's fine. Let's go for... Actually, sorry. Yeah, we're just going to give the spy nothing because, you know, we have to give the spy nothing. There is a spy. There is also... Actually, there isn't a lot of protective stuff, really. There should be nothing stopping me. At least if this one works. I was doused in gas. This is going to lead to problems, I think. Target owns weapons. Darn it, I've been investigated and I own weapons. We have to look this up here. Darn it, I can't find it quick enough. This is going to present me a problem, I think. Oh well. Darn young man, Tom. But if nobody's paying attention, I can go with that. Apparently nobody's paying attention to anything. Huzzah. Sorry, Commissar. Veteran. That. Cheese the town killing does own weapons. Yeah, I'm probably dead here. Let's not panic here. Check my chat log. Let's go for the igloo. He's one of the people who led the sort of charge against me here. We'll see how this goes. I imagine, though, that Nearly Death is going to have to deal with something. Yay! I was set on fire and killed. Did I not write Will? Oh, I did. I even saved the I am blackmailed comment ready for things. Incinerated by an arsonist. And we found the following. Mafia knows spies have been secretive. Oh yeah, killed Dylan's. Chat log is this button here. It is especially useful for checking things like when amnesiacs activate. And really what I was checking there was who was sort of against me, really. Hey, for a dictator dying, that's quite useful. King Townies is ... King Townies is dead, but, you know. Yeah, the other thing that's interesting is sometimes you can go back and check people's wills by just clicking their button there, which can be useful. I was shot by a vigilante and incinerated. Now I'm relying on Nearly Death to save things. I even saved the I am blackmailed comment. Pop goes the insert bad guy here. It can be. You'd be amazed how many people ignore it or just forget about it. But especially when you're trying to lie, it's useful to know what you've said, what you've lied about, or what other people have lied about. But come on, nearly deaf. We can do this. To be fair, it's really difficult for the Mafia to win this sort of game where there is no additional killer. Mind you, the Arsonist isn't really doing a great pains to just get everybody. You might be getting unlucky, though. The longer this sort of thing goes on, and the more people who drop out like that, the better it is for the Mafia win. But really, the Mafia need a Godfather. They need somebody who comes up as an innocent, and they need the immunity from combat because they can still be killed by anybody at this point. The Vigilante could easily go and just shoot nearly deaf to death, but. Yeah, if I was Godfather, I wouldn't have shown up, which would have been helpful. Huzzah for being shot by a Vigilante. Hopefully that will kill the Vigilante because, you know, that'll help us. The joke is on you. And quite possibly it is. Well, the spy died as well, actually, earlier. But that's actually the same round as me. Well, the Jester's gone. So no random lynching issues are going to be a problem. Ran out of one-ups. Yes, you did, sir. There's blood everywhere. Except there isn't really. The whole will isn't quite covered in blood. Oh, the Vigilante was killed, but he did get a shot off first. Boo earns. Yay for Boo earns. So, there's still an Arsonist around who can still possibly win it. Gotta guess. Yeah, he's talking to himself in the third person. It is safe to randomly lynch at this point. Because honestly, there's two people who need to be lynched at this stage. There's still a Survivor left. And to be fair, the Survivor doesn't care who wins as long as he survives. There's only one townie left, so yeah. Actually, there are two townies left. So two townies, one Mafia, and Survivor Arsonist. You might as well lynch at this point. You got a 3 of 5 in helping. Oh yeah, I don't bother whispering actually. I mean, it is worth it if there's a spy around because you can. There's actually one way to validate the spy. You just whisper a random number to somebody and just ask for it. But oh, somebody was voting for nearly death. That's not good. I think we need to get rid of you. Put one immune target, one potentially immune target. The Mafia needs some. Mafia need people lynched as well, actually. If Duck hadn't have gone away, actually, we might have had stood a better chance, because Disguise is excellent for this sort of game. I forget. I think it's something along the lines of \W, but I don't use it a lot. And for name. But not certain. Old Man Jenkins is dead. Well, sir, Tofu Boy, you've actually earned yourself a cookie, I think. Yeah, I was Vigilante and Arsonist, so you have half a cookie. Old Man Jenkins the Survivor is dead, which leaves Arsonist and Mafia and 2 townies who should be... Vigilante be a town killing. There's still a town protective, and there's still a random town, I think. Yeah. So a random town and a town protective still left. Still an Amnesiac, actually, who could really throw... The Amnesiac could, at this point, become a disguiser and really just change the game up. If any of you are the Amnesiac and you are listening, which you shouldn't be, but seriously, become the Disguiser at this point. You will not regret it if you suddenly become the Disguiser. At this stage, with the Mafia then going 2 up, you will suddenly have voting control. You will then be able to win after 1. You'll be able to get the Arsonist and do it. Oh, did he choose to be a Jester? Did I miss that? Hold on. I missed that, if that happened. It doesn't say it in the chat anywhere. At least I missed it. Wonder One. Yeah, for some reason that's not appearing in the chat logs. I'll have to poke that up as a bug, but no, I completely missed that. So huzzah! Oh, they got the Mafia. They got me. Darn it! I think this is probably game then. D6. Yeah, all I've got is... Oh, no, there we are. No, that's it. It's because it comes up green and it doesn't come up with the things there. But still. Innocent. Yeah, this is the best... This is the best set of people ever. Well, at this stage, it's not random. They're just picking everybody one by one. Well, so far, absolutely 0 people are just voting any at all here. There could be an escort, actually. Town protective. They should have a dice system. I agree, Commissar. There should be a dice involved. I have a cube of dice here, actually. And the cube of dice is spilled open because it's not sealed properly. And I've rolled a D handful. Technical term. I use it for hit points of buildings. And it's rather annoying the number of times I have to work out the hit points of buildings. Though not in Paranoia, thankfully. Things just die in Paranoia, normally. Ugh. But hey, they got the extra Jester. So, Amnesiac was not quite, yeah. That worked out nicely. Well, it's a dice cube, but it's... Unfortunately, the lid keeps coming off, so there's no point in rolling it. And now I'm going to have to spend the next 20 minutes of realigning them again. There. I have a D30 here, sir. This is a 30-sided dice. I have only ever used it in one game. I'm going to be posting the next session Sunday, if I don't know. So I've got to do a slight bit of editing to it. I know most of them are unedited, but this one has sort of tests and various forms that they filled in. So I'd like to put those into the actual session as well. We're probably not running a session this weekend, as it turns out, but we'll see. If I don't post it this weekend, I'll post both of them next weekend. Yeah, I have a D30. Yeah, show off. I've only ever used this in one game, and it's one I made myself, and I roll a nat 20 on the D30. I've used it for a specific game, which I sort of made myself, and it uses a D30 versus a D20 as part of its system. It's basically a 2-on-1... By the way, this is the card game that it's used for, and it's a card game I basically made on the back of Magic Gathering cards with bits of paper. At one stage, I will probably post that onto Tabletop, but... Oh, they got the Arsonist. Huzzah. But it uses a 30 versus 20. And yeah, I just need to do some editing on it. In actual game circumstances, I think I have used it in a D&D session once, but I can't remember what it was for. This, by the way, where do I find it? Somewhere I have a yellow D20, which I call L Quirky. And the reason I call it L Quirky is because when I was playing Hackmaster, it used to roll two things. 1 and 20. Those were the only two numbers that I could actually physically roll on this dice. And to the extent that my random encounters were basically, yeah, things were going to die, possibly the things right next to the attackers. It was mad and hilarious, and it probably led to players surviving lots longer than they should have done. Unfortunately, I lost it for quite a while, but it's apparently turned up. Slimeboy had it, and now it rolls 4s and 17s, so it's shifted. And 4s and 17s are nowhere near as good. Darn them. But no, seriously, I'm not even joking. I've rolled that dice 3 times in a row, came up with 4, 4, 4. Recently on testing, and I used to know it would come up 1, 1, 20. It's just silly. It's one of those sorts of... It looks perfectly fine, and I probably could go and weight balance it and things. But yeah, it only goes to 1 and 20. Goodness knows how that's been made, but yeah. I have lots of dice, and I have various ones that are sort of like that. They have their personalities. These are my 2 paranoia dice, by the way. One is for the troubleshooters, one is for my rolls. You can guess which way those are weighted. I also randomly I have toy for cats here actually, which is D20 and the D20, which is absolutely worthless and redundant. Unless you're playing 3.5, in which case that's your critical role inside it, I suppose. But even so, it's one of the hardest dice to read in history. Yeah, I have lots of special dice. I'm not mad at all, I just like dice. Not die, yeah. Anyway. The Mafia has won! Nearly death the Mafioso. Kill the nearly death one. I've won a game! Apparently that's my first game as a Mafioso, which I don't believe, but huzzah! We've won it anyway. Oh no, I haven't won as a Mafioso, maybe? Perhaps. Well, anyway, guys, thanks very much for joining me. We shall definitely do this again, probably next month or some point. But yeah, I'm surprised at that. I wasn't paying attention with all the dice talk, but yeah, Mafia won. And somebody's owed cookies. But those will take a while to get to you. I'm next to certain they will take a while to get to you.